Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Okay. Fairy Tale time. Chapter 308. Now, I did the Berserk thing, trailer, that was um this chapter of Fairy Tale, it was good, but I don't know. It was between good. I want to say good and kind of okay. I mean, it was one of those chapters where you just like you look at it and you're like, you know, because basically no tournament. This one was called Fairy Tale versus the Executioners, and where it starts off is they're confronting the Executioners, and I mean, beginning part they're confronting the Executioners. They have a little battle scuffle with them, and then towards like the middle of the chapter, we get a scene with the princess, and boom, they're all separated. Now, starts off with, you know, they're and here's the thing I want to admit about these guys. The one who interests me the most is the guy with the mask. The guy with the mask. He's got like a hood and he's got a mask on. He has these weapons, these axes, and on the weapon, the sharps of the opposite side of his axe, because you know how the axe and you know like that's the axe part. Where the bar meets the weapon, there's a hand coming out, and it's like this. It's a very interesting axe. I just found it very interesting that. So we have them, and it's basically the kingdom's strongest team. We've got this big guy. Don't know names. Got a big guy. This big fat guy. He pretty much is acid. He spits acid. We have this girl with this top hat. From what I gather from this chapter is she can plant. Her magic involves with plants. Then we have another girl who's got really long hair. Her magic is kind of interesting. It involves with paper. So look out for these ones that have interesting, you know, fights. And they're called the Hungry Wolves. And Natsu's there, and he's laughing and blah 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 blah. He's saying, "Oh, look how fucking ridiculous they look. They look knights, the dark knights, to kill us. They look horrible looking." And Arcadius is looking at Natsu and says, "Don't be fooled by their appearance. They use magic to kill people." And Arcadius wasn't fucking fibbing there. It's 100% true. I mean, when they start fighting in the beginning part, you know. This is magic used to kill people. Especially when you consider a guy with acid. I mean, come on. So, and Natsu's psyched up. He's saying the exit is right in front of us. And Mir Jane's there, and she says, "Oh, this is a good opportunity for them to show us the exit." And Wendy's telling Yukino and Lucy to stand back. Because obviously, they don't have keys. Bullshit, man. It's one of the reasons my good friend Luffy the Super Saiyan, he's thinking about dropping Fairy Tale to some extent. Because he didn't read last week's chapter, and he didn't read this week's chapter either. So, but... And Arcadius is shocked they are planning to fight him. And the guy with the mask is saying, "You don't fear the order of the Hungry Wolves, arrogant, ignorant sinners you are. Go back to the earth of Filvori's kingdom." We get one name of them. Girl with the hat is saying mine and Kamika's beautiful dance. And she does this thing, paper, storm, red, dance. Now, notice it's red, and basically red is fire Natsu, so you're pretty much fucked. So he tries doing fire Natsu, and he can't burn it, obviously. It's God of Flames. Wendy just blows that the hell out. The paper. And that's when she gets trapped by this man-eating plant that this girl makes, one of the executioners makes, a flower of corpses that blossoms in blood. And then that's when, Mary Jane just transforms and fucking destroys it into the Kingdom Come. After that happens, the plant attacks them again, but Panther Lily's there to attack it. And then right behind Panther Lily is the acid guy. And he gets thrown, but nothing too strenuous. And they do another purple dance. This woman, and it's the god of binding. And they say it's a beautiful combination, blah, blah, blah. And they create a flower on the top of the sky. They're gonna suck him in, apparently. And and then she says, eat beautifully the lives of the sinners. It's gonna suck us inside. I cancel your physical impairment, magic to recover from abnormal conditions. And that's when, because apparently Wendy canceled it out, and that allowed Natsu, Panther Lily, and Mira Jane to attack it. And they basically destroyed the hell out of it. And they just created this huge explosion. And that's when we go from there to the princess. And this princess, let me tell everyone about this princess. This princess, I don't know what her deal is. But right now, I'm calling her a bitch. Yes, I'm calling her a bitch. She is the bitch of a bitch of a bitch. You know why? This is what she says in this page. This page was like one of those things where I read it and I was like, what? What? She says, this is what she says. The guards are saying, the hungry wolves went to execute them. And then she says, my strategy keeps on backfiring. Please be safe, Arcadius. What? What? Please be safe, Arcadius? Whoa. He was arrested and thrown in there. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Oh. Come on. It's a little too late, don't you think? I call bullshit on this girl. On this princess. This princess is that's why I look at it. I give her 2 fingers. Because it's like, then what the fuck were you doing? Then why? What was your backfiring? No, it didn't backfire. You did it yourself. You fucked yourself up the ass, you bitch. I just can't understand her predicament. Anyway, I have to go back to the situation, and the explosion hit, and apparently everyone's been separated. And then we got the guy with the axes. And this guy, oh man, he's my favorite already. The guy with the mask. Because you look on the back of him, he's got this skull on the back of his cape. And it's holding his axes. I would love to see this guy really give it to Natsu. Because he's with Natsu. So everyone's been separated. So really that's what this was. This chapter actually... Part of it was a confrontation chapter, but at the end, it was a setup chapter. So, Natsu's confronted by this guy in different places. And he's like, my subordinates are skilled. No one will come back alive. And he's saying, Natsu's saying, oh, what's the point of coming here if Lucy's out of sight? If I lose sight of Lucy. And this guy, I really dig him. I mean, he's got axes. And like I said before, if you look at this guy, his axes are like this. Might be my thumbnail for this review, because this guy was pretty badass. I like the leader of these executioners. So we got him against Natsu, and then we have Wendy going up against Miss Flower Girl. Saying, I'm going to execute you. Like I said, Panther Lily, he's going to go up against the acid guy. Minerva, she's going up the one with the paper. So, and those are the strands that who's going to fight who. Now, unfortunately, because, and here's the problem, and I'm noticing it right now. Lucy is with Yukino, Happy, Charlotte, and ARCADIOS. Think about that. Because that's what we get later on. We see Lucy's hurt, she's falling down, we lose everybody, we don't even have our keys. And then Happy's like, let's look for them. And then all of a sudden, Happy starts flying in the air. And then this guy says, I fished you, Ty. And he's like, I'm not a fish. And his name apparently is Executor Yosuke. Oh, by the way, this guy's face looks fucking weird. Like a motherfucker. You know? So, and it's like that. I'd be saying that you can't beat him without magic. And then Lucy's like saying, maybe we can win. We can get this scene with Lucy. She's like kind of smiling. She's like this. I'm like, you have no keys. How the fuck are you gonna beat him? You're fucked. And it says on this fairy tale's battle power is scattered. What kind of hell awaits them? And that's when ARCADIOS on the bottom page says, this is bad. It said that when he executes someone, not even their bones are left. Now, McWhirlpool Inc., if no one knows who that is, Justin. You know, the guy who does those videos. He says, Justin here, you know. Good big friend of mine. I thought I was actually part of his live stream last night. He said that ARCADIOS is still evil. He still thinks he's evil. Now, here's the problem here. Everyone's got their own fights. And like he said, you know, this guy's doesn't even leave their bones. Like, really bad. It's going to be really bad. The problem here is that Lucy's not with anyone from Fairy Tail. She's with Happy, Charlotte, Yukino, and ARCADIOS. So even if she gets out of this, Lucy, getting close. Getting very close. And we don't know, and the only thing while this is happening, we don't know what's going on in that tournament. So that's another thing. That's kind of annoying. But should be interesting to see what transpires in this. Now, like I said, I'm going to give this a 3.5. The reason why, I was sold on it, but it was just like one of those things where you say, I dig the Executioners. You got Mira Jane there. You got Natsu there. Natsu's going to go up against a guy that hasn't shown. And here's the good thing, which I really dig, these setups. Natsu Gazo going up against a guy. He has no idea what his magic is. This leader of the Executioners, we don't know what he does. We've never seen his magic. The only magic we saw was the fat guy, the one with the hat, the girl with the hat, plant, the one with the paper, and partially this other guy. But the guy with the mask, we don't know what he does. And that's what I like. That's what I like about this setup. So Natsu might struggle. This might be a fight where Natsu might actually have to pull out all the stops. Maybe he could start using fire lightning. Start acting like a real Dragon Slayer instead of being pussyfooted. No power friendship here. I want to let everyone clear on that. There is no fucking way he's pulling out power friendship. You know why? They're separated! Ah! So, yeah, but it was a good chapter. Good chapter. 3.5 out of 5. We'll see next week. I want to see some interesting things happen here. And maybe we can go back. Maybe next week HIRO can go back to that fucking tournament. But I like what I see. The only question I wonder, the real number one bona fide question of the week is this. Do you guys really think ARCADIOS is evil? That's the real question. Is he truly evil? My good friend Justin thinks he is. My good friend Justin thinks he is. I say different. But like I said, Lucy, the only ones from Fairy Tail that are with her are Charlotte and Happy. So, go figure. And that's what I got for you guys. This has been Bonkai Night Review. I'll see you guys later. Yeah. We'll see how this goes down. I'm digging the guy with the mask. Awesome. Awesome. See ya.